Python, as the name suggests, are the values that vary. In a programming language, variable is nothing but a memory location where you store a value. Suppose this is a memory location and you store a value named John, right? And this is a variable. And data type is finding out what type of date, what type is name. It's a string, because a string is quoted in single or double quotes. Let's go into the details now. Python has no additional commands to declare a variable. As soon as the value is assigned to it, the variable is declared. Suppose if I assign a variable x is equal to 10, variable is declared as the value. X being a variable, which is a memory location, 10 is a value. There are certain rules that we have to keep in mind while declaring variables. The variable name cannot start with a number. It cannot start with a number. See, if we assign 10 is equal to x and do as type of 10, it's an error. It's a syntax error. So the variable name cannot start with a number. It can only start with a character or an underscore. Like, let's say underscore t is equal to 10 type of underscore t. It's an integer, you see? And they can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore. No special characters are allowed. Like suppose if you assign @ is equal to 10 and you print type of @. It's a syntax error again. So things to be remembered when it comes to variables. Variable is a memory location and we assign a value to it. Right. Second point, the variable cannot start with integer, special characters, etc. And a variable can start with character or underscore. Clear? So now we can go into data types. The next topic would be data types. Although we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data types, but sorry, but we use mainly 4 data types. Let's say D. So one being numbers. Second one, lists. And third, strings, sets, range, dictionaries. And we don't use this one much, but it's also easier. It is tuples. These are the 7 data types of Python. And mainly we use 4 data types as numbers, lists, strings, sets. Next, range, dictionary, tuples, all the tuples we'll look into it. So numerical data types in Python, they hold numerical values, and there are like 4 subtypes as well, following other subtypes. In coming to, we're talking about integers, is numbers. In numbers, we have integer, float, complex numbers, and Boolean functions. And integers are used to represent the type of any variable data type. We can use type of function. It will return the type of the mentioned variable data types. Let's say, suppose I have assigned x is equal to 100, y is equal to 124. It will be the integer as long as, sorry, we integer as long as the value is a whole number. Similarly, if you want to assign a float data type, you can assign as 10.23 and share it as a float. Complex numbers are used to represent imaginary values. Imaginary values are denoted with j at end of the number. Like say e is equal to 10 plus 5j. And if you press type of p, it returns complex. So it's a complex number. And for Boolean function, if you assign num is equal to 5, which is greater than 4, and here the type of num is a Boolean function. You can check it now. So the output will be Boolean. If you print num, it says true because 5 is greater than 4 is true. And so the data type numbers also has 4 types, which is integer, float, complex numbers, and Boolean function. Integers are nothing but a variable which is assigned a value. A value of, so the value is a whole number, it's an integer, and the value is a float, it's a float, and if it is an imaginary number, it's a complex numbers. Boolean functions are either true or false. And next we talk about strings. Strings in Python are used to represent Unicode character values. Python does not have a character data type. A string character is also considered, a single character is also considered as a string. Suppose we denote or declare string values inside single quotes or double quotes. Let's say, saying name is equal to Sudha. This is a string. It can be denoted with double quotes or single quotes. To access the values in a string, we use the indexes and square brackets. Suppose the name of 2, the index position of 2. So here we start 0, 1, 2, and the second position lies D. So this, the index position of the second index position of name. If you print it, you're getting as D. Yes. This will give you the output as U. Sorry, D, I mean. Strings are immutable in nature, which means cannot change a string once replaced.